Hey, Tubies! It's Psychic Bob and Cola and Lamb Chop. Oh my goodness, guys, I gotta tell you, it's been such an adventure here in London. It's good to see you guys. Welcome. Oh my gosh, a lot of people. There's Stardust C's here. Sandra D's here. Yay. So do you like stuff, Sarah? There's Michelle Marzana. Hello. There's Scott from South Carolina. Yes, Psychic Bob Eat Healthy Day. We're going to talk about that in just a second, Scott. There's Baroness Colobon's. Big shout out to her. Everybody get a thumbs up for Baroness. You know what? Baroness deserves to get a thumbs up on this show simply for having to put up with me. I mean, think of every day she got to get up and deal with Psychic Bob. And I'm telling you, she's a brave trooper. Anybody willing to take Psychic Bob on is pretty brave, I'm telling you, because I'm difficult to live with. Oh my gosh. Scott from South Carolina says, shooting on location is always a challenge. Yes, it is. It's a little different over here in England, Scott. People are really upset about cameras. I've had twice people come after me just for walking down the street filming myself, and they get all bent out of shape and start screaming at me. It's a little, I got to be very careful. So if you guys notice in my videos, when the daily vlogs, I pan away a lot because it's just a different mindset over here. In the US, I walk around, nobody cares. But over here, people are really sensitive to cameras. Anyways, I am glad you guys are here. Thank you for joining us tonight. I got to tell you the latest adventure in Lamb Chop. Trouble with a capital T. Now, you guys may remember a few days ago, I got the phone call from Harrods, and he went down and bought astrology jewelry using my credit card, okay? Well, I got another phone call today, but this time it wasn't from Harrods. It was from Fortnum and Mason. Do you guys know Fortnum and Mason? It's a very luxurious gourmet food store. They sell the finest teas in the world, and the royal family shops there. Very beautiful store. Well, in on my cell phone comes an emergency call from Fortnum and Mason. And I picked up the phone. Thought, well, maybe I left something at the store when I was shopping. Oh, no. I had left my cell phone out last night. And whilst asleep, Lamb Chop went into history and found his way to Fortnum and Mason. He had the map. And I come home today after my little chit-chat, and they said, oh, you had a wonderful little friend of yours in the store, and we took good care of him. I said, what? They gave him his own little miniature Fortnum and Mason shopping bag. Notice it has the royal warrants of the Queen and the Prince of Wales. And I find this sitting, Lamb Chop sitting, and I said, Lamb Chop. Well, when I was on the phone with Fortnum and Mason, they said, don't worry, we've taken good care of him. I said, I'm sure you did. I said, how did he pay for these luxury goods? Because it's very expensive.
Didn't pay for them, you applied for that discount.
Well, that's what almost happened. See, they caught him. He was trying to steal chocolate out of the store. And when they stopped him, he pulled out my credit card. He'd swiped my credit card out of my wallet today. And he bought truffles at Fortnum and Mason. Can you believe it? Well, you know what? Damage is done. So I come home. He was already back from the store. They packaged up his things. And, I couldn't be all chintzy and asked to return it. So I let him have it. But Cole and I stole some of the truffles for ourselves. But they gave him his own little private shopping bag. Isn't that wonderful? So Lamb Chop's all sorted. Now, Lamb Chop, you cannot, while we're in London, be doing that. You'll get us banned from the country, okay? And you didn't spend too much. I think he spent, how much was it?
£8.
It was only £8. So we got off light on this one. But I'm telling you, Lamb Chop, you've got to stop this, all right? We're going to take you out with us tomorrow, and you can go on a little adventure, because you've been home. And when I leave him home, he gets into trouble, doesn't he, Cola? All right. Well, why don't you go sit with Cola while I talk to everybody, okay? All right. There he goes, Cola.
Plus there's a plate as well.
Oops. What you need?
A plate.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh, guys. It's so good to be here with you guys. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. If you're new here, don't know who I am or where you've ended up, you're first of all, you're on the weird side of YouTube. There is the weird side. But anyways, if you're still brave enough to be here, my name is Bob Hickman, also known in the industry as Psychic Bob. And this is my channel, Spirit Channel. We're a channel all about spirituality. I am a full-time professional psychic medium. And every day we have a show here. While I'm traveling, right now I'm traveling in Europe. I'm in England. We're doing 2 shows a day. We did a vlog video earlier today, and we do the live show in the evening. So come here because every day we have something fun. Last night, we had a mystical seance with a lot of power flowing. If you didn't see that, that's in the video queue or the show, the live feed right before this one. So make sure to check that out.
I was surrounded by earthbound because the door to the spirit world was open, even though you had closed it down.
Yes, Cola had a lot of paranormal experience. We had lights blow out in the apartment here. It's been a little.
I walked into the bathroom and all the lights started.
Yeah, all the lights were flickering. It was freaky.
My hair was standing up.
Your hair was literally standing up. A lot of stuff's been going on. You know, England's a very haunted country.
We've just got a brilliant EVP at the Tower of London.
Yeah. Cola's going to post that soon, so we'll have more about that. But yeah, we've been getting EVPs every day, everywhere we go. We've had ghost images. We've got images from the Tower. We're going to put up a video soon on all of that. But I'm telling you, I'm glad you're here. And last night we had a wonderful seance, so thank you for being with us. Tonight we're going to do live psychic readings. And for those of you who are new here and don't know what this is, I'll be taking chat questions and doing live psychic readings. I want to say thank you to all of you for coming out. You know, while I've been traveling, you guys have been so supportive watching the videos and the live show. See, right now you're getting Psychic Bob twice a day. There's so much to see and do here. I have to capture for you guys. And I don't want to give up doing the lives because we have a lot of fun gathering. So welcome to the newbies here. If you're new, try to say hello in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. And I thought before we do our readings, we do a little meditation to open the channel, okay? We're going to do our famous blink meditation. So if you're new here and don't know what's going on, just follow along. You know, we're gonna open the channel, okay? So I want you guys to get comfortable. Just sit back in your chairs for a few minutes. Take your hands off your phones or keyboards. Just attune to the sound of my voice. Well, let's just start by closing our eyes. Just as we close our eyes, I want you to follow your breathing. Just follow your breathing gently in and out. Just relax. Breathe out all the tensions of the day and enter into that place of silence and peace within. And as we follow our breathing, I want you to draw your attention now down to the middle of the chest area. And inside of you, in the middle of the chest, I want you to see a little spark of white light, just a little pinpoint of light. Everybody has it in them, even those who don't believe in the white light. The white light is our source to our spiritual selves and to the higher power, however you call it. I want you to focus on that little light. And I want you to try to visualize, try to see it inside of you, growing brighter and larger. And let that light start to expand and form a beautiful, small, glowing cloud of light in your chest area. Just try to sense that and feel it and work with it. I'll be silent just for a moment while you do that. Got your clouds? Okay, very good. Now, we're going to count from 3 down to 1. And when we get to 1, we're going to take that cloud of light and expand it to fill our entire body with light from head to toe. And as I always like to say, once we're filled with the light, we can truly say, all the lights is on, but ain't nobody home. Seriously, somebody's home. Your higher self is home. Your soul is at home. We all reside in that beautiful light, and that's why we connect to it. It's the light of the spirit world. So watch these clouds in your chest, and let's count down together. 3, 2, keep your focus. 1. Blink on. Whoo! Glorified. I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome. Well, I just want to say in advance, thank you very much for the support and the donations for readings tonight. I try to cover as many people as I can, but I have to be honest, I got to pay some bills while I'm traveling. So $4.99 and above will definitely get Psychic Bob's special attention. I want to say thank you in advance. By the way, I have a message coming through. This is for So Do You Like Stuff. Hi, So Do You Like Stuff? Listen, I got to tell you, I'm hearing Archangel Gabriel talking to me. And he's asking me to tell you that he's helping you with a creative project. Looks like in the next 2 weeks here, you're going to be asked to either write something or create. So there's either a report or kind of a graphic or something, but it's going to take some creative energy. Archangel Gabriel is coming in to open your channel of creativity. So don't say no. Don't be afraid, to take on a project because you've got angelic help coming through. Okay. Thank you so very much. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, there's our first donor tonight, Jesper Clausen, 35 Danish krona. Thank you, Jesper. Good evening, Bob. Can I have a message, please? That would be my honor, Jesper. Thank you for being here. Hold on, let me just step into the light. Okay. Jesper, I'm hearing Commander Ashtar speaking to me right now. And the words he says, tell Jesper we're very pleased with his service. Looks like you've been expanding your reach into the world. And Commander Ashtar is coming in here to say hello, to acknowledge it, and to say thank you for your service. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm also picking up here around you a man that comes in on the father's side, the family. And I want to call this grandfather on the father's side. And I hear him saying, he says to let you know that he has been coming through to visit you. He said he's very amazed at how you're working with the energy of the spirit world. And he says, who knows, I might pop in and give my presence more clearly. He's a little shy about, interrupting or showing up unannounced, but he's here for you. So this is a grandfather on the father's side, sends his blessings from spirit. Thank you so very much. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, here's Lady Bree. Hi, Lady Bree. $5 donation. Thank you very, very much. Bree, right now, as I'm stepping into your frequency, I'm getting this beautiful purple light around you. This tells me you're opening your channel for mediumship and spirit communications. And I'm picking up here around you, Rose and Doris. Both of them are coming in. And I hear Rose saying, she says, tell Lady Bree I'm taking her shopping. She said, we've got to get her some new wardrobe. Looks like you're ready for some new clothes because there's going to be a change in your life coming. I feel this may be a work change here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And so she's getting you dressed for success. That's the word she says. I'm also getting Doris Stokes coming in here. And Doris said she's helping you with some sleep cycle stuff. Looks like you're kind of in a regular sleep cycle. And it's like you can't get to sleep or then you can't get up. It's like something's a little off there. Doris is sending some healing for you. And I just heard Nemaway come in. And she said she's very pleased with you that you've been trying to be listening to the spirit people. So they all want to just acknowledge that they see you, they're working with you, they're sending blessings from the spirit world. All right. So listen to Rose. She's going to take you shopping for a new wardrobe. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, there's Glittery Rainbow. Hello, Glittery. €5. Thank you for your donation tonight. Thank you to all of you. If I forget to say thank you to any of you who are donors, please forgive me. I'm just trying to get the readings and I'm not trying to be rude. And I apologize in advance. Sometimes I slip and just jump into a reading. Thank you to all of you. Glittery Rainbow, listen, I got to tell you right now, I've got my buddy Doris over here. Well, she's your buddy too. And she said that she's coming in. She said that you're starting to get anxious. She said, tell her. She says, tell Glittery to slow down, that anxiety is rising. She keeps showing me looking at papers here, and I get the sense this may be somehow connected to a housing issue. And it's like you're looking at properties and you're feeling overwhelmed. Doris has said, she said, tell her just to put down the papers, put down the website. And she said, just kick back, have a glass of wine. It's funny because right now, Glitter, you're in a place where you can't, it's not about working harder. It's about relaxing and drawing it to you. So you're going to draw to you the perfect housing situation, but you're going about it from a focused place where strangely Spirit wants you to be unfocused, and then they do the work. So remember that, all right? Doris is going to help you calm down. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, there's Baroness Cola. Bob's our moderator. Everybody get thumbs up for Baroness.
Bob's never reads for us, This is the only time that I can read.
I know, I'm terrible. I don't even read for my girlfriend.
So if everybody thinks that I get free readings, I don't.
She doesn't get free readings. Nobody gets free readings.
I wish I did.
Nah. I try to help her, but when you're close to somebody, sometimes it's hard to see. But I'm lucky because the spirit people always come through to help us. So Cola, let me just step into your light. Cola's in the same room here, so I'm going to look over at her energy. She's coming right in. I can feel it. Doris is coming in right now for you. And Doris, will you calm her down? She's giving me a strange look. Hold on. I'm getting a voice. Doris just said, she just said, you good on you. That's what she said. I guess so. Anyways. No, listen, seriously. She's back here and she's waving papers to me. It looks like there's some important paperwork coming for you here. And I just saw Rose walk in back here.
Yeah, my nose is running.
Yeah. So Rose is helping you right now to with some paperwork. It looks like some stuff's coming connected to your housing situation. So I think in the next literally 7 days, there's going to be a call for you to do some more paperwork that's pushing you forward. That's what they're literally saying. All right. So be ready for it. Okay. There you go. Blessings. Thank you. All right. Yay. It's amazing. There's my buddy Gary M. Hello, Gary M. Good to see you. Hi, PsychicBob. Any good messages from my spirit guides? Thanks and blessings to you. Hold on, Gary. Let me just walk into your light here. Gary, right now I'm walking into your light here. And this is where I'm hearing voices I haven't heard around you before. These appear to be kind of I don't know how to say it, but it's like a gang of guides. There's like 4 or 5 of these guys. And they're funny because they're dressed in like 1950s clothing, like leather jackets, and some have cigarettes in their sleeves. They've got the pompadours. And these 5 guys are back here. And they said that they're going to sing doo-wop. They're like singing like a chorus for you. And they said, we're singing because we've got a new place to hang out in the West. Gary, it looks like these guides are going to be kind of protectors around your property. Then one guy just shakes his head and he said, that's right. He just gave me the name of Anthony. He says, I'm Anthony. He says, Delgado, that's his name. He said, but you can just call me Tony. But he's here as a protecting guide for you. And it looks like these 5 guys from the 1950s are going to be kind of wardens around your property. So I think you're very close to acquiring a property very soon. I feel the next 2 weeks are very significant. So stay close to Tony Delgado. He's working with you. And you've got a bunch of others. You've got like 4 other guys with them. I'm not getting all their names now, but it seems like they're ready to kind of be on a new property with you. And he's here and he's holding up a paper. It looks like it's a lease. I'm not sure it's a contract or a lease. I'm not 100% sure. He said the details are being worked out. So it does look like there's a property. You may be able to negotiate a lease to purchase, or this may end up being an outright purchase. Either way, next 2 weeks are significant. It does look like you're getting some property. And I just heard him say, he said spacious land, spacious land. So it'll be a rather wide and open property. It's going to be perfect for you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, there's David Sam, $6.99 Canadian. Hello, David. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Listen, David, I got to tell you, before I could even finish saying your name, I've got a relative of yours coming through from the spirit world here. You've got a great uncle. I think this is on your mother's side of the family here. It would be like a grandmother's brother. Could be a grandfather's brother. I'm not 100%. I want to say grandmother's brother, though, right now, because I just heard him say he's connected to your mom. So I think it's on that side. But this great uncle in spirit is coming over, and he just says, he said he's coming to help you. Looks like you've been kind of in a holding pattern here. And he said, I'm breaking him out of the holding pattern. I think you've been on hold a little bit with some financial stuff and almost like feeling like you're ready for a change, like you want to move or do some major transitions. This great uncle comes from spirit to help you. I'm hearing another name around you as well. It's interesting. There's another David in spirit. I'm not sure if that's connected to this uncle. He's not explaining his name to me, but I've got this other voice, and David is here. David. So you have a relative, I believe, also in spirit named David who's reaching across. So you've got these two voices going, but they're going to help you. I want you to watch because it looks like beginning of March is the beginning of the transition into more money, kind of a better career focus, and some possibly a move. It's interesting. I keep getting move energy. So you've got a lot of blessings coming, and be watching for March and call on these relatives in spirit. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, there's Star Lightworker, $5 donation. Thank you, Star. Blessings, hearts, thank you. Boy, that lamb chop sure is a cutie pie. He's trouble is what he is.
He's lovely, and he bobs.
He's lovely.
He's so good that you just want to eat him.
Don't say that word. Hope you hit Ireland, Scotland, France, and Belgium. Does Spirit have anything for Karen Bryant? Let me see. Well, I'd like to hit all of those as well. We're going to work on it. Hold on just a second, Star. This is for Karen Bryant. Anybody back here? Okay, Leslie Flint just heard his voice. Star, Leslie said that he has a message for you as well as for Karen. Leslie's asking me to have you relay to Karen. Karen, I don't know if Karen's here. I didn't see her, but get this to her if she's not here. He just says to tell her, he says, tell Karen that she must be very careful right now with her words. He said there's some people around her in work that want to try to play a political game or get her to say something that could entrap her. She needs to be very careful now. He said that Archangel Michael is protecting her from this game, so it doesn't look like it's going to come to something. But he said, tell Karen to call on Michael. And he said, Leslie said, Michael will protect her. And I just heard Michael say, yes, I am here. So she's getting some protection. There's something a little dicey going on in her work that could get her in a bad situation. Even though she didn't do anything, they're asking me to warn her. She'll be okay, but she's got to stay close to Michael and to Leslie Flint. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh, yes. Okay. Leslie has something for you, Star, while you're here. He's asking me to tell you as well. He says, you and Karen are both at transitions with the work. She's going to have an opportunity to move up, and you are too. So it's kind of like your soul sisters, both on a trajectory of growth right now. And it does look like before this month is over, Star, you're in some discussions about a new job opportunity. And I know you've applied for some things, and I feel like it's connected to something you've actually already applied for. So please be open to that. I see, for some reason, they keep showing me the number January 20th and the 21st. So we're actually at the 20th, aren't we? So this looks like it may be in the next day. You may get a phone call or somebody inquiring or something. So watch that, okay? And also they're asking me to talk to you about January the 25th as well, saying that's significant. So 21st, 25th, let's see what happens. Spirit's working on that. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, there's my buddy Michelle Marzano, $5 donation. Thank you, Michelle. Hi, Bob. Any messages, please, for my guides or even deceased loved ones would be welcome. Thanks, love, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Listen, I want to just step into your light a little closer here. I just had May come straight in. May West is back here. I can hear her clear as a bell. She's really got a clear voice today. She's asking me to tell you, Michelle. She said, this is her words, not mine, so don't be upset. She said, Michelle, the mistake you're making is that you forget that we can do things. She said, you've been worried about money here. She said, tell her. She said, we are taking care of it. She said, she's done everything she can do. She said, now it's our turn. So, Michelle, Spirit World wants you to know that they've got your back here, particularly in the financial area. And then she keeps counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, what are you counting? And May just said the next 3 weeks. So the next 3 weeks are very significant around you. May said that you're going to have the word she said, an extension in the area of performance arts. So I don't know if you've got a theater you're at, but it's almost like they want you back or you're extending your contract. So there's going to be some more money coming in. And I also get a second contract coming here. So somebody's trying to get you to work at their show or their theater. So you got a lot coming in the next 3 weeks. Be ready for it. And May is going to be working with you and ask me to bring that over. Thank you so much. Blessings. There's Maribel F. Hello, Maribel. $5 donation. Blessings. Thank you so much. Hi, Bob and Cola. Blessings to you. Thank you, Maribel. And we're so glad to hear from you. Do you have any updates regarding Uncle and Kay? I am praying. Let me find out here. Hold on. Rose, Rose is coming in here. Hold on, Maribel. I can hear. Rose, what do you have to say about that? Interesting. Maribel, Rose says it's time for you to have your younger niece again try to reach out to the uncle and to Kay, because your uncle really likes your youngest niece and he's going to help her, help himself by talking positively about her. And it looks like Kay is going to respond to her request. And so I know you've already had her talk once. It's time to kind of revisit that. That's what they're saying. And I think you're going to see that Kay is starting to soften. So this is not over. Even though Kay's been challenging, your niece is still the key to breaking into this door. All right, I hope that helps. I think that this next week is significant in terms of having that conversation. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's Amelia Mattis, $9.99. Thank you, Amelia. Bless and reflect. Thank you, dear. Blessings to you. This atmosphere is special. Thank you. Well, you're very kind. Thank you. I'm glad you're with us. I've had some weighty life that brought close spiritual experiences. Any messages from me are appreciated. Thank you, Emma. You're very kind. We're glad you're here with us. You know, we do try to keep it a special, close environment here at Spirit Channel, because when I created this channel, I said I want people to have a place where they can explore their spirituality and know that they're not judged or criticized, but loved and supported. And that's what we do. And I'm glad you're part of it. Listen, Amelia, right now while I'm walking into your light here, I've got Leslie Flint coming in here for you. Amelia, he says to tell you that you're a medium. He says Amelia is a medium. He said, but she forgets it sometimes. And he says sometimes she wants to forget it. So I think you've been having an ongoing kind of, I don't want to say a struggle or a challenge, but it's like Spirit calls you and you know it, and then it's almost overwhelming. Leslie Flint said he's coming in right now to help you with this. You're being called more and more to a life of service. Part of the challenges from what he's showing me is that you've been trying to live in the world among worldly people, but you're a spiritual worker. And that's many times a hard position to be in because, you know, in this life, people don't value spiritual workers. We oftentimes are mocked or ridiculed. And Leslie said, he said, well, you tell her she's got a friend in me. I don't mock her. And I get the sense that he comes in to kind of assuage some challenges with family right now, because I'm getting some conflict here with you and close family like mother or sister. And Leslie said, let them do their thing. You do yours. And so he wants you to be open to your gifts. You definitely have a gift of clairvoyance. They're going to work with you through dream visions and prophecies right now, but that's going to open up some doors for your psychic development. Okay. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Stay close to Leslie. He's with you. Oh my gosh, here's my buddy Robin Boston, $5 donation. Thank you, Robin. Hi, Bob. Love your travels. Thank you. Rob, did you see today? I went to the Hare Krishna temple. It was so good. The temple, unfortunately, wouldn't let me film it. It was closed for the afternoon, but I got to at least go see a little bit of it and went to Govinda's. It was so good. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. Hi, Bob. Love your travels. Thank you. Jill is flying to Florida tomorrow and then a 10-day cruise to Jamaica and the other islands. Will all go well. I get nervous. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Before I can even finish reading, I got Rose coming in back here. Rose said, yes. She said, tell Jill it's a much needed and deserved break. And she said there will be no dangers for her. Now, there will be one day where the sea is particularly rocky. And I don't know if she gets motion sickness, but Rose said, she said, tell her to bring that motion sickness medicine. There will be one day on the cruise where it's going to be like very turbulent waters. Won't be any real danger, but she might be a little sensitive to that. But the rest of the time is fine. This is one day. Might be a little challenging, okay? So all the spirit people are back here vying. They said they went on the assignment. Leslie Flint says, oh, I didn't get an assignment. Rose said, she said, I've named it and claimed it. I'm going to be her guide on the cruise. Rose wants to go on the cruise. So I think she's going to have a travel mate in Rose, okay? But they're all agreeing that it'll be safe, okay? And please tell Jill to keep an eye on her passport. I'm just worried that she misplaces it. She's got to be very careful with that. But other than that, she's going to be fine. I don't see any crisis, but I'm just being told that she needs to keep an eye on that. Blessings to you all. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's Star Lightworker, $4.99. Blessed be hearts. Thank you. Always, Smita. All you're welcome, Smita. Blessings to you. Listen, I got to tell you before I go here. Indra Devi's back here, and she said she's also getting you dressed for success. She said you're going to be moving up in the world in the coming weeks. So it does look like the spirit people are already kind of preparing for that, and they're going to help you. I also hear your father back here, Star, and he just said to me, he says, prayer's always going up. Prayer's always going up. So your dad, and he said, your mother's there too. I'm having trouble hearing her, but your father is talking to me. He said, we're praying all the time, praying all the time. So you've got a lot of help coming over from the spirit world. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. All right, there is Sandra D, $4.99. Thank you, Sandra. Blessings to you. You're so kind. Since yesterday, I'm trying to have him come over to talk. He doesn't want to. Now he says we can meet at Starbucks. Hopefully tomorrow we can meet. Sandra, at this point, it's worth it. If he wants to play games, meet him on his terms, because ultimately you're getting your terms. So if he's more comfortable at Starbucks, just go with that. I feel like, he is, well, let me just put it this way. He's going through what I call cycling energy right now. He goes from one extreme of apathy to absolute control freak. It's really, I think, a byproduct of a bipolar disorder, and he may need to have some professional help. Now, I'll leave that to you and him, but I'm just telling you that's what's going on here. Now, I do feel like if he wants to meet at Starbucks, just do it, because he kind of feels like he has more control. And you don't want to put him at ill at ease, because you're asking for stuff that you really need. Before you go to that meeting, I want you to call on all the spirit guides. Call on Rose, call on Doris, call on Edgar, call on Fletcher. They're all going to help you. But you really got to know that you've got to go to that meeting armed with spirit people. Because if you just go on your own, remember, he's master manipulator. So you outpower him. We don't fight our enemies through, blood, sweat, and toil. We just call on the spirit guides, and they do the work. So you've got to align with spirit and bring them with you. You're going to make it. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. I see it going very well, that meeting. Oh, there's Baroness Clubhouse. £1.79. Thank you, Baroness. She wants it back. You deserve more than £1.79. Was Ghost Arabella Stewart the one that followed me, Bobs?
And the tower.
Yeah, let me find out. Doris, are you there? Rose, who wants to help? Leslie, okay, hold on. Leslie wants to help with this one. Yes, sir. Was that Arabella Stewart? He's shaking. He said, no. He said, we're still trying to find out. He said, it's a lost, wayward soul who died in much sorrow, but they're not sure of the name. Isn't that interesting? He said, we will have to find it out. You know, there are millions of souls that were. Okay. But he said, no. He said, it was not Arabella Stewart. He said, they know.
What about the man at the window?
Yes. Who was the man at the window, Leslie?
With his head, the ghost head.
He said he was the words he used, a cleric. So I don't know if it's like a minister.
So could have been one of Henry VIII's.
Could have been. He was somebody who was like a priest type person. Like cleric. The word he said was cleric.
No body, just a head.
Yeah, you might want to research if they had anybody at that called a cleric at that tower.
I think they did. I think it was a spy fire's bit of first.
Okay. Leslie said it was a cleric.
Looks like them.
Okay. Yes. All right.
It.
Thank you so much. Blessings to you. All right. There's Anthony, 1969. Hello, Anthony. Good to see you. £8.99. Thank you, Anthony. It's very kind of you. Listen, Anthony, I got to tell you, right now I'm walking into your frequency here. And I'm hearing a voice, and I'm trying to place this voice. I know this man. Finley, it's you. Arthur Finley's talking to me. I don't channel him often, so I was like, I know that voice is familiar. He just said, Finley, it's Arthur. Arthur Finley is here for you, Anthony. Now, if you don't know him, he was a famous British spiritualist. He never claimed to be a medium, but he supported the work of mediums. Very wealthy gentleman. He helped expand the Spiritualist National Union, which I'm a member of. But he's back here. Thank you, sir, for coming. What a treat. Arthur Finley's here for you, Anthony. And he says, I'm just coming in. He said to let Anthony know. He said that he has some gifts also of physical mediumship. He said, I sat with many mediums in my time. And he says, they were amazing. He said, the physical phenomena of independent voice and of levitation of objects and people, he said, are things that cannot be easily duplicated. He said, they left an eternal impression on me. Arthur Finley's asked me to tell you that you have some gifts of physical mediumship. So he's coming in here to help you explore that. And you might want to do some research on Arthur Finley, his work, and that of physical mediumship. Arthur Finley said, he says that in the next year, he says, your life will be changing. And he said, you will have more opportunity to really devote yourself to psychic work. So some changes are coming that's going to make you more available to do the work. So stay close to him. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, there's Maribel. $5 donation. Thank you, Maribel. Blessings to you. Any messages or guidance about my trip to LA? Hi, Maribel. Let me see. Oh, I got Rose already coming in back here. Yes, Rose. Yeah. Rose is asking me to tell you, Maribel. She said, tell her to go. By all means, don't cancel it. And she says, she will be with you. She's going to help you with some fashion. You know, Rose loved high society style and clothing. And she said she's going to be taking you. This is the word she said. She said custom-made clothing. So I don't know if you're planning on buying clothes, but she said she's bringing some opportunities for custom-made clothes. And she said, go ahead and indulge. She said, you're going to be meeting very high-powered people. And she said the next year, the next 6 months particularly is very vital to you. And she said, looking your best, she said, continues to empower you. So she's helping you. She said, go to Los Angeles. She said, it will be good. She also said that you're going to make some new business contacts out there in terms of television work and production. So be ready for at a moment's notice to be called to a meeting or end up I keep seeing meetings happen. They're almost casual and unplanned. It's like you just go to lunch and somebody next to you starts talking. You find out it's like a producer or something. So be ready for kind of casual encounters. Keep your business cards on you. All right, that's a Rosa. Rosa, she'll be there with you to advise you on fashion and where to go and who to talk to. So stay close to her. It's going to be a good trip for you. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's Star Lightworker 222. Hello, Star. Lost my earbuds at a friend's. Even he can't find them. You know, Star, I got to be honest with you. I don't think they were ever at the house. I think you either lost them on your way home or I think they must have been on the way home. You thought that you left them, but I think you took them. I actually see them. This is a strange part, but they're at a gas station. Like it might have been like a little, rest stop area or a gas station where there was like snacks or food. That's where I'm seeing them put on a counter. It's like you had them, you set them down. Don't know if that makes sense to you, but I want you to go back and think over the last few weeks. If you've been to like a gas station that has a little store, I keep seeing like a little, there's little stores at some gas stations that you can go and buy snacks and sodas, and pizza and some of them and hot dogs. It's a place like that. I feel like it may be connected to trying to look. I don't think it's Shell gas station. It might be BP, British Petroleum, or it could be, what's the other one I'm trying to see here? Not sure what this is, but it's a rather kind of a nice, like a really nice gas station where you have restrooms, you got a nice store, you got food made there. The name's escaping me, but I'll come back to that. But that's where they are. But I don't think you'll get them back because I think somebody on staff has decided to keep them because they just found them. Time to go buy new ones, darling. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's TGVG, €2. Hello, TGVG. Welcome back. Been feeling a bit overwhelmed today. Any messages? Doris is back here. They're both British women. I have to listen closely. Doris is back here, TGVG, and she said the reason you're feeling overwhelmed is she says you're about to have a major breakthrough in your life. She said many times people who are psychically sensitive, she says they miss the signs. They're interpreting their fears or their anxieties as one thing when it's really a prophecy of that which is to come. Don't feel overwhelmed. Things are actually moving in a positive direction for you. And yes, thank you. Doris has said to tell you, she said, don't weaken and don't go back. She said, you know your path and stand in your truth. And I just heard Cecil come in, and Cecil said, we've got work to do. So try to focus on the resume, try to focus on the portfolio, and let the rest of it go. I hope that helps a little bit. Cecil's with you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Here's Gary M. $5 donation. Hi, PsychicBob. Can Spirit help me getting my trailer title situation cleared up so I can sell it legally? Thanks and blessings to you. Hold on, Gary. I got to tell you right now when I'm stepping into that, I actually think this is going to be very easy to fix. The thing is, when you acquired the trailer, there was some missing paperwork. Some things weren't registered. But I feel like if you go back to the county or the city authority, you may be able to get that done very quickly. I think it's more an issue of just showing your ID and the time of residence you've been there. So they'll make sure it's legally titled in your name. I don't see a big problem, Ron. I think it's just an issue of going with the right paperwork. So I would encourage you, try to have historic documents or mail or something that shows that you've been at that residence for how many, 5, 10, 15 years. Because I feel like they're going to be able to see a clear pattern that you are who you claim to be and you've been there. This is going to help get everything back in balance, okay? I think, no offense to you, but I think at the time you were desperate for the place. You took it. I don't feel the other party that you acquired that from ever properly filed stuff. I think it's been a little odd for the county. I think you do have a record there, but it's just not been followed up on. But bring some historic documents to show your time there. And I think that's going to open up a door. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's TGVG, €2. Thank you, TGVG. Any messages for everyone here? Thank you. Oh, that's nice. TGVG has sponsored a group reading for everybody here. So if you're listening tonight, you haven't gotten a message, this upcoming message is for you. It's for all of us. And you know we get blessed. Thank you, TGVG. This has been sponsored by him tonight. Who would like to come through with something? There's Dora. Doris Stokes is coming in. Hi, Doris. I can hear you. Isn't that lovely? Thank you. I'll relate. Yes. Doris Stokes is asking me to bring over to everybody here, to everybody that's listening. This is for you, okay? Doris is asking me to tell all of you. She said they're all spirit workers in their own way. She said, remember that each of you have unique gifts. She said they may not be the same gifts as other people. She said, but when you came to the earth, you were imbued in your spirit with natural talents and abilities. And she said, many people here tonight have forgotten their talents and abilities. So she said that she wants all of you this week to meditate on what did you come here for? You may be surprised, but if you ask your higher self that, the answer will be revealed. So Doris is going to come in to help all of us connect to our higher self and to remember why we've come here. You know, so many people wander around this world and think, well, I don't know why I'm here. It's just a chaotic universe. It's actually a divine order to everything. And so she's asking me to relay to all of you to seek within the answer of your soul, to seek out divine order in the universe and know that it exists. All right, so everybody tonight, Doris is helping you to find your life mission and your life path. And so this week, spend time in meditation, ask for the spirit people to help you, and Doris is going to help all of us. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. There's Deborah Kahn, $10 Canadian. Hello, Deborah. Thank you so very much. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me? And can you tell me the cause of my eczema? Thank you and blessings. Hold on, Deborah. Let me step into the light here. All right, Deborah. Now, this is going to sound horrific, but just bear with me. I'll explain this to you. The cause of your eczema has two different issues, and until each one's resolved, the eczema won't go away. The first issue is you have, and don't be offended, but you have a doctor help you. You have an anxiety disorder. You've got anxiety that's triggering the eczema response. And I feel that this is anxiety that's been going on literally since childhood. But it seems like lately it's triggered a more physical reaction than just an emotional or psychological one. So I'd like you to see a doctor to explore anxiety issues, okay? The other thing that's going on is some of this is actually surfacing past life trauma. There was a life in ancient England, in Middle Ages, where you were a male in that life, and you were accused of betrayal against the crown and country. And what did they do to you? They boiled you alive in oil. You were literally dropped into boiling vat and killed. It was the form of the death penalty they used on you. On a soul level, you remember that. Now, you're not consciously aware of that problem. I hope you're not consciously aware. It would be overwhelming. But on a deeper level, you're replaying it, and it's triggering the eczema because your skin was so destroyed by the oil. I mean, it literally killed you. Somewhere you're kind of reliving that. And I think some of it's at night you're having past life glimpses and replaying it, and it's triggering anxiety response. Now, the good news is, all right, you ready for the good news? Today, by being open to listening to that, it is beginning the healing process. And this will help go a long way in getting rid of the eczema condition. I hope that helps and makes some sense to you. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much, Deborah. There is Starlight Worker, $4.99. Thank you, Star. Group reading for our lovelies here. That's very kind of you, Star. Thank you very much. Let me just step closer into the light here. Who would like to bring this over? Rose? Okay, hold on. Star Rose is going to bring this message here. This next message is for everybody here. It's a group message for everyone here. This is coming from my spirit guide, Rose. Rose, what would you like to say? Interesting. Rose is asking me to bring over to each of you tonight. She said it's important, she says, that people understand that the spirit world has unlimited dimensions of reality. She said many people on earth try to make people on the earth fit into a standard mold, a structure, a way of looking at things. And she says in the spirit world, all of you are free. And she says, so many of you go to the spirit world at night in your sleep. And she says, I invite you to try to bring back the memories. She said, all of you are at a place where your connection to spirit's going to grow, and they want to help you with that. She's asking me to let all of you know that she'd like to help you with that remembering, with that connection. She said, once you remember who you are, why you came here, she said, you will have greater freedom. So there you go. There's our group message. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Star, for sponsoring that. Thank you, Spirit Guide. Thank you, Rose. All right, there is Maribel. $5 donations. Any suggestions on how to handle the roommate? Thank you for your guidance. Thank you, Maribel. It's very kind of you. Listen, I got to tell you, Maribel, I think that right now it's going to be a waiting game. I think what you can do in the situation is start to prepare your roommate that she's got to make plans. I want you to say to her literally, and I feel like the sooner the better, like literally say this week, well, I've had a change. I'm not going to be staying here after, whatever month, June, July, and give her notice. Say, well, I'm going to have to move. I feel like one of the struggles is that this roommate, I feel like she keeps trying to override everybody, not just you, but like she's trying to dominate everybody that passes through that house. I don't think you can say to her, you're dominating everybody in the house. I don't think she'd get that or even hear it. But I think what you want to focus on now is an exit strategy and say, well, I'm going to have to sell the house in June. I'm going to have to give it up. Got to go. And if she says to you, oh, okay, well, I'll help you prepare for that. Where are we going? Thinking she's moving with you. I want you to say, if she does that, you just have to tell her, so, well, I think I'm going to need to be on my own. I've got to deal with my niece and nephew, and I'm just going to be tied up. And I don't really think that I want to bring more people into that. You're going to have to be direct at some point because I kind of feel like she just never gets the message clearly. And I think if you do that, you're gonna see that gives her kind of a buffer zone so she can make plans. Because if you wait till the month before you tell her, it's going to be a bad scene. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit. Blessings. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, there's Sandra D. $1.99. Anything for me and my J. Thank you. Hold on, Sandra. Yes, Doris is coming in back here for you. Sandra, Doris is asking me to tell you right now. She said that it's important that you may have clear communications with Jay. She's warning me. She said that if he pursues a custody agreement against his ex, said there's going to be a war and it's going to slow down your opportunities to be together. Tell him to wait until summer to make any moves towards his child. Right now, the timing's off. And Doris said that this is worth working for and waiting for. So it does look like he's sincere There's no deception here, but she said timing is critical, that you have your timing right. So I wouldn't pursue that right now. The legal side of things, it's like important that he just stay neutral, keep it calm, and stay on his current course. Blessings to you. Thank you. I just lost my stop. There's Gary M. $5 donation. Thank you, Gary. Hi, Psychic Bob. Is the property I'm looking at with 42nd acres the right place for me? It's in a place I can expand, so I'm hoping it's the place. Okay. Yes. Chief White Eagle stepping in here. I'm hearing his voice. Hold on, Gary. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Gary, I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure that is the exact place, but the place you're going to get is very similar. They're asking me, Chief White Eagle's asking me to talk to you here about a smaller acreage, more like 30 acres as opposed to, I mean, I know that's not a big difference, but in terms of timing, it is. So more like a 30 acres. The 47 acres is a good place. He said it's a lovely place. It's perfect. But he said the people that you're dealing with will not be flexible. So I think you're going to have to look at, I don't know if you look at something as 30 acres. They're literally giving me number 30. So I don't think it's this one, unless they're willing to negotiate. Now, Chief White Eagle says the land itself is fine. And he said even if you go to the smaller acreage, it will be similar. But he said the people at the 47-acre property will not be as flexible as you want. So that may not work out. But look at the land, look at the layout, and know that that's kind of a foreshadowing of what's to come. So it's a good place, but it's not the place. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. There's Kathy Dufresne. Hello, Kathy. Durfay. Kathy, I can't read names tonight, so pardon me. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me? You know, Kathy, I got to tell you, I'm hearing a woman speak to me. I think this is a spirit guide of yours coming in. This is interesting. There's a Native American woman in spirit around you. Let me see if I can get her name. Yes. Okay. She gives me the name of White Feather. She says, I am White Feather. She's beautiful Native American. She has long black hair. She's very tall. And she wears most beautiful, like buckskin clothes. She has tons of beads on her. But she's here for you. And she said that she's coming in to help you with the transition point. She said that this next 3 months for you is a radical change. And so White Feather, this is different than Chief White Eagle. This is White Feather's a female. Sometimes people get the guides confused. But White Feather's asking me to tell you that she's coming in here. She said the next 3 months for you are times of transition. Maybe a move coming for you, and even a shift around a relationship, like a new relationship coming in or a transition, or not 100% clear on this. But she said relationship, new home, and she said freedom. So you are coming into a time of greater freedom, and White Feather wants to help you with that. So stay close to her. She's helping you. But it looks like from now until March, a lot of stuff in motion. She said, don't be afraid. She said she's walking with you through the changes. All right, be success. You looking to do a move, Kat? This is where she just keeps showing me houses and issues around home and getting settled in a home. So I think that's going to be on the agenda. Even if you're not planning it today, just remember that I told you. Thanks for being here. Blessings to you. Oh, wonderful. There's Amanda S. $4.99. Hello, Amanda. Thank you. Hi. Second dream I've had of my dad, and there was a predator alien in my dream who ate a man. LOL. Why does my dad bring aliens in my dreams? Thank you. Let me tell you, Amanda, I don't think your dad's bringing them. I think they're what we call They're latching on for a ride. Many times what happens in the spirit world, there's many portals and dimensions. And somebody like your father should have what we call like a secure connection, meaning he comes in and nobody can break through the barrier. But I've been finding a lot of people are having these weird experiences where it's like spirits are almost hitching a ride on somebody else's energy to come through. And I think that's what's happening here. I don't think he's interested in bringing them. And I think that it's just that they're latching on because the doorway's open, they're forcing their way through. Okay. But that's what's going on. By the way, your father is coming through right now. I do hear his voice. Thank you. Doris is helping him to come through. Yes, sir. Yeah, your dad said he said he wasn't really aware that that was happening. He said I'll talk to people over here. So it's like he's coming in to talk to you, but they're messing up the connection and interfering. And sometimes what happens, you get out of your dream state or something gets rocked, you start to have then just mind stuff. It's not actual prophecy. But that's what's going on there. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Glitter Rainbow, €5. Thank you, Glittery. Thank you. I guess I could practice relaxing some more. It's just I feel lazy like this. Is that my false perception in this case then? Yeah, it's your false perception. Spirit work, though it is a type of work, in your case, is more about not working. Isn't that weird? It's like, how do you accomplish more by working less? But that's the situation that you're in right now. And you're going to do use mediumistic power to get things going. Okay. So yes, I hope that answers. I just heard your guide Heinrich pipe in, and he said yes. He said that he's going to be helping you to get into that flow. And Heidi's back here dancing. She said, I know help her get into the flow. So yeah, you're doing everything right. Stop being judgmental. Just go with the flow, literally. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. There's Rising Storm Tarot. Thank you. Hey, Bob, any messages from Spirit? Thank you. Rising Storm, right now, I tell you, I'm walking into your light. I'm getting Metatron around you. He's an ascended master. Some people say he's an archangel. I think he's an ascended master. I'm not going to split hairs. They all do amazing things. But I'm getting Metatron here. And I hear him saying something about increased light quotient and rise in power. And he's talking about you. Yes? Yes, he said yes. Metatron's coming in here because you're about to get a kind of a light boost, a new increase in your light quotient. This is going to have a few effects. One, he says it will make you more visible to the larger world. So they're putting spirit light around you to draw people to you. He's also saying that the light is for your own personal healing. He said the last 3 years for you have been a little rough. He said we come in with our light to facilitate the healing process. So you've got all of that going on. All right. Stay close to your angels and guides because they are working with you and will help you. Blessings to you. Thank you. There's Gerd Klingel. €2. Thank you, Gerd. Says love and friendship. You know, Gerd, I have to tell you right now, I'm not getting a lot of energy in the love area. I feel like you're going to be meeting people, but that deep soul connection I feel isn't coming until around July of this year. So you're in a bit of a holding pattern of relationships. Now, in terms of friendship, I also feel like, you know, for you, like probably it's not going to be till about March, but I felt from March forward, this is where you're moving in closer ties with people. So right now you might be feeling a little isolated, a little alone. Don't worry about it because come March, everything starts to flow for you. And I feel by summer, there's going to come up relationship, romance as well, not till July. So for right now, stay close to friends, you know, be open to receiving people into your life. And if you get invited to anything, by all means, go because Spirit's going to work wherever you go to help connect you to others. And I feel like some of this also is important because it's going to help with some career advancement as well. because I keep seeing around April some new job opportunities. And I feel it's connected to the socializing you're doing starting from March forward. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Star, I can't answer that question, 222, clearly. I won't be able to read it because of censorship, so I can't discuss that subject. But I have to tell you, I feel there will be one other person who is affected. It's a male. I don't know if this aunt has a son that's there or a male caretaker. This almost feels like a son. So it'd be like a cousin. It's a male connected to this. And if I'm wrong about the cousin, this is like somebody who's like a family member, a caretaker, who may experience this challenge. So, in terms of your aunt, I see her coming through this. She'll be okay. It's not her time to go. And nobody else will cross over either. And that other person, the son-like figure or caretaker figure around her, they will be affected, but again, it will be much more mild than what they were expecting. Blessings to you. I hope that helps. There's Davey D, $5 donation. Thank you. Hi, Bob. I've been struggling with work. I've not been feeling comfortable, and it's caused me to suffer from anxiety. How do I relieve the anxiety? Oh, Davey D, I'm so sorry. For you, I think you've got two different issues going on, because when I'm in your frequency, I'm getting red light. Red means there's some anger. Somebody's putting you under an undue amount of stress and pressure. This may be like a boss or somebody that you feel like has some level of authority. First of all, I don't see any breaks around you in terms of career. So nobody's going to fire you. Even if you're hearing this, like, oh, there's layoffs, there's this and that. Just don't see it affecting you. So I want you to try to put that away. This red light, though, means anger and somebody overwhelming you. So I feel like one of the things I want you to focus on is, first of all, you be all about you. You don't have to please everybody, because I feel part of your challenge is you try to please people. So you be all about you. I do feel like you're ready for a career change, but I don't see it until summertime. So I think in the summer, you would be able to do a job transition. And at that time, I think you should. Now, I don't think you have to leave the company, but I think you can move into a position that's more in harmony with you. All right. But from now till June, I want you to work on releasing anger, focusing on you. Don't feel the need to rush. It's strange, how like in jobs, sometimes people put this rush. You got to have this by tomorrow, 3:00. Da, da, da. Ignore the deadlines, because I feel like the people placing deadlines aren't really following up on it. You're going to be fine. All right. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. There's Sophia, 249 Philippine pesos. Thank you, Sophia. Hi, Psychic Bob. Want to ask if the deal I'm working on now pertaining to a school with co-brokers will push through. I'm getting delay around it, Sophia. I got to be honest with you. I think it will come through, but I think it's going to be another like month or two delay around it. I just keep seeing a holding pattern, because there's somebody on the school side who wants to just drag it out, play politics, and examine everything. They're a bit of an obsessive freak, and I do think it's going to hold things up just a little bit, maybe a month or two. So if you can live with the month or two, I'd say, you'll be okay. But that's what's going on. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. There's Glitter Rainbow, €5. Thank you, Glittery. Also, I'm curious tonight. How did I do on my first tutoring lesson today? Please, I'm still a bit nervous, but do my best. Thank you. Oh, I just heard Rose come in here. Rose said you did splendid. That's her words. If Rose is praising you, you're good, because she's very elitist and only likes the best. I heard Doris as well talk, and she said, you did fine, dear. She said, but you're over analyzing. She said, just do your duty and then forget about it. So you don't want to overanalyze. I understand where you are, but she's going to help you with that. Thank you so much. You did fine, and the people you're with are impressed. Blessings to you.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was worried about Melanie and all.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear Baroness? She said she's happy for you because she's been worried. We both have. You're going to be fine. I'm telling you, Spirit's with you. There's Philip and Gary, $5. Thank you, Philip. Blessings to you. Bear with me, Philip. I'm losing my voice tonight. I got to tell you, Philip, right now when I'm walking in your light here, I keep hearing Edgar Casey's voice around you. Edgar Casey said that you're at a major career transition point. And he said the next 3 months now through April, like January, like we're near the end of January, February, March, going into April, is a time for you. He says, do not back down from your opportunities. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed in the next few months because a lot's coming at you, but he said it's nothing bad. But he said you might feel intimidated or like, should I risk this? Should I do this transition? Spirit world saying yes. Looks at the time you're in March, all this career issues settled, and you're actually in a really kind of a smooth pattern with getting everything going. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. So hold on just a second. There's Sophia. Hello, Sophia. 249 Philippine pesos. Thank you. Also asking how our mom in spirit is. We miss her. Oh, let me see if I can get anything, Sophia. Yes, Doris Stokes is coming in here. You're her mom? Hold on. Your mother's coming in, Sophia. I've got her voice. Yeah. Your mom is asking me to tell you. She said, tell her I love her. And she said, we're having a big dinner every day over here. She's showing me a whole table laid out with like fruits and oranges and pineapples. They've got fish. They've got spring rolls. It's a feast. And she says, we're doing fine. She said, life here, she says, has brought me back to myself. Get the sense towards the end of her life, she was really kind of going down, getting very weak. And she said, I'm back to my old self. Hey, that's a pretty good thing to hear. She sends her love over to you. And she's talking about her father. I think you have a male grandfather. Her father is in spirit. And he just come through and said, it's a great time. So everybody's well in spirit. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. There's Jesper Clausen, 35 Danish Corona. Thank you, Jesper. Is there possibly any other message for me? Thanks. Hold on, Jesper. Let me find out. Jesper, I'm getting a male talking to me here. This is actually a relative of yours coming through. This is your grandfather on your father's side. And this man's coming in here to say that he wants to help you. He said, I'd like to learn to help come through. So this grandfather, it's like he wants to literally be kind of almost like a guide. Now, generally, we're not allowed to have our relatives as spirit guides, but I get the sense he has some special abilities and talents. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but it seems to me that he was very psychic during his life. Now, he may not have called himself psychic, but he definitely was tuned in, and he's interested in aligning with you as you do your channeling. So he may come through you, or you may get some extra help from him. But he's just here trying to impress his presence on me. I hope that helps. Thank you so very much, Jesper. Blessings to you. There's Sandra D again, $4.99. Thank you, Sandra. Sandra says, now he wants to meet on Sunday. You are right. It's all about control. Sandra, let him have his little delusional games. I really think that right now, as long as he feels he has control, he's actually going to end up being more amenable to you. It's a strange thing, but I'd say just do it on his terms right now. You need to have an alignment with him that works for you and your son. and I think you can get it, okay? Hang in there. You're going to be fine, but just if he jerks the time around, just go with whatever. And by all means, don't get angry at him. Don't say, why are you changing it? I don't like this. Just say, oh, okay, act very casual. This is essential. Doris is back here saying, she said, tell her her words are, do not play hard line with him. Don't draw a line, say no to this. Absolutely. Just go with it now. It's all lining up in your favor. Thank you so very much. Blessings to you. All right. There's Ramona, 9954. Hello, Ramona. $4.99. Thank you, Ramona. Hello, Bob and Cola. Can I please get a message from my friend Thomas? I'm sorry I did not get to see you before. I'm sorry I did not get to see you before you passed. Oh, I see. That's to him. You're saying you sorry. Let me see if I can find out anything, Ramona. Hold on just a second. Doris is back here talking to me. Hold on. Your father. Hold on, Ramona. Your dad is coming in here. Oh, and he brought Thomas. Okay, that's why. Your dad said that Thomas's energy for crossing over is still not strong. Your dad said, well, he said, I knew that you'd help. I knew that I could help him, and I knew you would recognize me. So your dad's here. He says, tell my little girl I'm still here. And he says, I'm glad to bring Thomas over. So your dad's brought him. Thomas looks so joyful. You should see him. He's all in this most beautiful. It's like a silver robe. And there's just a beautiful glowing white light around him. He said, my life here is one of transcendence. It's interesting because he said, I don't feel I ever fit in on the earth. So I don't know if you have that experience with him that he ever said, like, I don't really feel like I belong here, or he just never felt at home. Maybe he didn't express it to you, but he wants me to tell you, he said he's finally at peace because he said, everybody thinks my death was so tragic. But he said, for me, it really was a freedom. I found my true self in death. Now, that doesn't mean to be morbid, like he hated life and wanted to die. But he's saying that he felt he had a calling to do something different. And so it's like going to spirit for him was part of his mission. And now he can help a lot more people. He says to let you know, he says, thank you. Tell her thank you. Ramona, he wants to say thank you for your love and support. You've been a good friend to him over the years. And he said, I never forgot it. And he said, don't feel bad about not saying goodbye. He said, I couldn't wait to get out of that body. He said that when the time he was crossing, he said he was at the edge of his sanity because he felt like he was being overwhelmed. Physically, he wasn't doing it. And he said, once he got out of the body, he was clear. So he sends love over to you. And he wants to tell you that your dad looks great. He said, tell her dad is great over here, looks good, and is very happy. They send their blessings. Thank you, Ramona. Good to see you again, dear. Thank you. All right, this is going to be our last message for tonight because my voice is going. Anthony, 1969, £8.99. Thank you.
Messages up at both bombs.
Oops, hold on, let me see here. I missed it. There it is. Hi, Bob and Cola. Since last reading, I put Lemurian crystals under my pillow, and I remember my dreams every day, and they're happening within one day. Not so good. Am I going to be okay? Thank you.
Don't I go through that?
Yeah, Cola has had this experience, Anthony. Let me just try to help you understand this. Lemurian crystals, in some people, and you happen to be one of them, are powerful. They trigger psychic responses. Many times when you're opening psychically, what happens is you have, I call it the slingshot effect. It's like you visualize something and then it happens. It springs right back at you. This is actually kind of a normal, I know you're not liking this right now, but trust me, this is actually a sign that you're actually doing it right. You're working with the right energy. Now, what you want to do is start to set some filters. you might want to join my psychic development class. We're not having it this Saturday, but we'll probably have it next Saturday. But in psychic development, we teach people how to set the what we call filters, how to activate triggers, how to work with portals. We cover all of that because you need a little more help on that. But for right now, just know that you're doing things right. It is scary. Don't be afraid of that because you're not doing anything wrong. I want you to call on the Lemurian Council. There's a council, I've channeled them before. It's a guide of like 30 Pleiadian masters. Anybody who's working with like Lemuria or Pleiades, yeah, they're they help light workers. See, you're a light worker. So if you call them the Pleiadian and Lemurian councils, they kind of work together. They're actually one, but sometimes they call themselves Lemurian, sometimes Pleiadian. That energy, they'll come and help you. Now, when you channel them or hear their voice, it may seem like 30 people talking to you. You might have a dream like all these voices. They'll sync their voices so that you can hear them. But it's weird. Like imagine 30 people saying the exact same thing at the same time. That's what it sounds like when I channel them. I think you'll have a similar experience.
I recommend he cleans his Lemurian crystal before he goes to bed. Just rinse it under the tap, get some sage over it.
Yeah. I don't know if you could hear Cola, but she recommends, and I agree with this, that you rinse your Lemurian crystals before you go to bed. Run them under cool water. That'll cleanse them from any residual stuff. Or if you have sage or incense that you want to purify them with. But that will help kind of clear them and reset them for the next night.
Maybe wear some tourmaline as well.
Yeah. Cola suggests you might want to wear some black tourmaline when you sleep as well. That will balance out that energy because black tourmaline shields you from too much negativity, whereas those crystals raise your frequency. You may have to work on the balance there, but I think that'll help you.
With the prophecies that he's having, some of them can be traumatic, and I would recommend that he does wear the tourmaline throughout the day and the at night.
Okay. Cola says you should wear the tourmaline during the day as well, because some of the stuff you're receiving has a traumatic element to it, and that will help neutralize some of you for you absorbing all that negativity. I hope that makes a little sense to you. I also want you to call on Edgar Casey because I pick his voice up here.
I just said that in the chat.
Oh, did you? I didn't see it.
I says read on Edgar Casey.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Call on our channel. I didn't see that.
Right, there we are. Oh, Sandra.
Okay, I didn't see it. I don't have my glasses on, so. Okay, it's not on my screen. I guess anyways. So, Anthony, listen. Yeah, work with Edgar Casey. I want you to call because I'm getting his presence around you, and it'll help balance that energy.
He'll work with him as well because I've done a lot of work with that guy, and I think he's great.
Yeah, he will. There you go. Thank you. I just saw Anthony just wrote, thank you, Bob and Cola. Namaste. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to have to shut down the channel. It's late. We're a little over an hour, but I've enjoyed it immensely. And, as Liberace used to say in his shows, my grandmother loved Liberace, and she used to go see him in Vegas all the time.
I have no idea who he is, Bob.
Yeah, well, he's a famous piano player. Anyways, Liberace used to always say at the end of his shows, and I'm going to steal this line from him. He said, gee, I'm having such a great time. I really shouldn't take the money, but I will anyways. Guys, listen, thank you for your support. I love all of you. Oh, Lamb Chop's still up. I thought he was in bed. All right, make sure he lays down. I know. If you weren't here early, you have to watch the beginning.
I'll be checking that for me, Julie.
Lamb Chop went to Fortnum and Mason while I was out today and ran up a bill. Only $8, but still. And they gave him his own little shopping bag from Fortnum and Mason. Anyways, guys, listen, I love you all. Thanks for being here. Listen, be back here tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Saturday. Crystal Ball Race. Yeah. We may or may not have a show tomorrow. We will not have psychic class. I've got a lot going on. We're going to try to have a show. I can't promise it, but just check back with us tomorrow. Sunday, we're going to plan on Inner Circle. I forgot to send out the message today. anybody wants to be an inner circle, we're limited to 10 people for that class. But we're going to talk about paranormal activity and how to determine if something is paranormal. We're going to teach you some markers to look for when dealing with spirit activity and how to deal with that.
If you feel a hand touching you on the backside, then we're not at war fletch.
I'm not going to say that. But anyways, guys, listen, if you want to be an inner circle, shoot me an email at my website. Go to PsychicBob.com. Cola will put that in the chat, and it'll also be in the the info box below this video once this video processes. And I will send out invoices. I have to the inner circle class is not on my website. But what you do is go to my website and send me a message that you want to do inner circle. And I'll send out an invoice to you guys tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you so very much. Blessings to you all. Good night.